6 signs your debt is out of control. Have you ever wondered if your debt is spiraling beyond your control, threatening your financial future? Whether you're a young professional juggling student loans, a parent managing household expenses, or an entrepreneur navigating business costs, debt can be a useful tool until it becomes a burden. The difference between manageable debt and a financial crisis often lies in recognizing the warning signs before it's too late. Some people regain control and build a secure future, while others sink deeper into stress and instability. The difference lies in spotting 6 key signs that your debt is out of control. In this article, we're going to explore 6 signs that your debt is overwhelming, backed by insights from financial research and debt management experts. These aren't just red flags. They're evidence-based indicators identified by professionals who study personal finance and economic stability. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for, why these signs matter, and how to take action to reclaim your financial freedom. Stay with us until the end, because you might already be seeing some of these signs, and addressing them now could change your life. Let's dive in and discover how to spot and tackle out-of-control debt. Sign 1. You're only making minimum payments. The first sign that your debt is out of control is that you're only making minimum payments on your credit cards or loans, barely denting the principal while interest piles up. A 2020 report from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that consumers paying only minimums on credit card debt take an average of 15 years to pay off a $5,000 balance, accruing thousands in interest. Minimum payments are designed to keep you in debt longer, as they cover mostly interest, not the actual debt. Imagine 2 colleagues, Emma and Noah, both 28 years old, each with $6,000 in credit card debt. Noah pays only the $120 minimum monthly, watching his balance barely shrink as interest grows, trapping him in a cycle. Emma pays $300 monthly, cutting her debt faster and saving on interest, feeling empowered. Noah's minimum payments show his debt is out of control, while Emma's strategy signals progress. Paying minimums isn't just a habit, it's a warning you're losing ground. The good news? You can assess this sign today. Check your latest credit card or loan statement to see if you're paying only the minimum, usually 2 to 4% of the balance. If so, calculate the total cost using an online debt payoff calculator, like one from Bankrate. Try adding even $20 extra monthly to reduce interest. Ask yourself, are you stuck on minimum payments, or are you paying more? If it's minimums, that's a huge sign your debt is out of control. If not, review one statement this week. It'll clarify your path to freedom. Sign 2. Your debt-to-income ratio exceeds 40%. The second sign that your debt is out of control is that your debt-to-income (DTI) ratio exceeds 40%, meaning your monthly debt payments consume too much of your income. A 2019 Federal Reserve study found that households with a DTI above 40% are 30% more likely to miss payments or default, as high debt strains budgets. Calculate DTI by dividing your total monthly debt payments, e.g., loans, credit cards, mortgage, by your gross monthly income, then multiplying by 100. A DTI over 40% signals financial overload. Consider 2 neighbors, Mia and Liam, both 35 years old, earning $5,000 monthly. Liam's debt payments, mortgage, car loan, credit cards, total $2,200, giving a 44% DTI, leaving him stretched and anxious. Mia's payments are $1,500, a 30% DTI, allowing savings and stability. Liam's high DTI shows his debt is out of control, while Mia's lower ratio keeps her secure. A high DTI isn't just numbers, it's a sign you're living on the edge. The good news is that you can calculate your DTI today. List your monthly debt payments and divide by your gross monthly income, before taxes. If it's over 40%, prioritize paying down high-interest debt or increasing income through a side hustle. Use tools like NerdWallet's DTI calculator for accuracy. Reflect on your ratio. Is your DTI above 40%, or is it manageable? If it's high, that's a powerful sign your debt is out of control. If not, compute your DTI this week. It'll guide your next steps. If you're finding this motivating, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Let's move on to the third sign. Sign 3. You're borrowing to pay existing debts. The third sign that your debt is out of control is that you're borrowing to pay existing debts, using new loans or credit cards to cover old ones. A 2021 National Bureau of Economic Research study found that 25% of borrowers who take new debt to pay existing obligations face a 40% higher risk of bankruptcy, as this cycle deepens financial holes. Borrowing to stay afloat doesn't solve debt, it compounds it, creating a dangerous spiral. Picture two freelancers, Ava and Ethan, both 30 years old. Ethan takes a personal loan to pay credit card bills, then uses another card for living expenses, sinking deeper into debt. Ava cuts expenses and negotiates payment plans with creditors, avoiding new borrowing and regaining control. Ethan's borrowing shows his debt is out of control, while Ava's discipline signals recovery. Borrowing to pay debt isn't a fix, it's a trap. The best part: you can spot this behavior today. Review your recent financial moves. Have you opened new credit lines or taken loans to cover existing debts? If yes, pause borrowing and explore alternatives, like calling creditors for lower rates or consulting a non-profit credit counselor, e.g., nfcc.org. Ask yourself, are you borrowing to pay debts, or are you managing without new credit? If you're borrowing, that's a major sign your debt is out of control. If not, check your recent transactions this week. It'll confirm your progress. Sign 4. You avoid checking your balances. The fourth sign that your debt is out of control is that you avoid checking your bank or credit card balances, out of fear or denial about your financial reality. A 2020 Journal of Consumer Affairs study found that 35% of people with high debt avoid monitoring accounts, which delays action and worsens financial stress by up to 20%. Ignoring balances doesn't make debt disappear, it lets it grow unchecked, deepening the crisis. Think about two co-workers, Sophia and Lucas, both 40 years old. Lucas hasn't logged into his bank app in months, dreading his credit card debt, and misses payment deadlines, racking up fees. Sophia checks her balances weekly, tracks spending, and adjusts her budget, staying on top of her debt. Lucas's avoidance shows his debt is out of control, while Sophia's vigilance keeps her grounded. Checking balances isn't fun, it's empowering. The good news is that you can face your balances today. Log into your bank or credit card accounts and note your total debt. Use a budgeting app like Mint to simplify tracking. If it's overwhelming, start small by checking one account. Ask yourself, are you avoiding your balances, or are you monitoring them? If you're dodging, that's an incredible sign your debt is out of control. If not, check one balance this week. It'll build your confidence to act. If you're still here and feeling inspired, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're with me. Your support helps us keep creating content to fuel your success. Let's move on to the fifth sign. Sign 5. Creditors are contacting you frequently. The fifth sign that your debt is out of control is that creditors are contacting you frequently, with calls, emails, or letters about missed payments or overdue accounts. A 2019 Urban Institute study found that 40% of people with frequent creditor contact face severe financial distress, as persistent collections signal unpaid debts piling up. When creditors chase you, it's a clear sign your debt has crossed a critical threshold. Consider two friends, Chloe and Max, both 32 years old. Max gets daily calls from credit card companies and debt collectors for missed payments, adding to his stress and hurting his credit score. Chloe pays on time or negotiates with creditors if she's behind, keeping calls at bay and her finances stable. Max's creditor harassment shows his debt is out of control, while Chloe's proactive approach maintains control. Creditor calls aren't just annoying, they're a wake-up call. The good news? You can address creditor contact today. If you're getting calls, don't ignore them. Answer one and ask for a payment plan or reduced interest rate. Contact a non-profit credit counselor for help negotiating. Log missed payments to prioritize them. Reflect on your situation. Are creditors contacting you often, or are your accounts current? If calls are frequent, that's a fantastic sign your debt is out of control. If not, review your payment status this week. It'll help you stay ahead. Sign 6. You're stressed about finances daily. The sixth sign that your debt is out of control is that you're stressed about finances daily, with money worries dominating your thoughts and affecting your well-being. A 2021 American Psychological Association study found that 65% of people with high debt report daily financial stress, which increases anxiety and reduces productivity by 15%. Constant stress signals that debt is overwhelming your ability to cope, pushing you toward burnout. Picture two teachers, Olivia and James, both 37 years old. James lies awake nightly, worrying about loan payments, and his stress strains his work and family life. Olivia, while managing debt, uses a budget and seeks advice, keeping stress in check and feeling hopeful. James's daily stress shows his debt is out of control, while Olivia's calm approach signals management. Financial stress isn't just emotional, it's a sign your debt needs urgent attention. The good news is that you can tackle stress today. Write down one financial worry and create a small action plan, like cutting $10 in spending or calling a creditor. Try a 5-minute mindfulness exercise, e.g., via Headspace, to ease anxiety. Ask yourself, are you stressed about money daily, or is it manageable? If stress is constant, that's a powerful sign your debt is out of control. If not, take one stress-reducing step this week. It'll clear your mind for solutions. If you're finding this insightful, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. Your support helps us keep creating content to empower your success. Now, let's wrap this up. Final thoughts. Now that you know these 6 signs, take a moment to reflect on your financial situation. Are you stuck on minimum payments, facing a high debt-to-income ratio, borrowing to pay debts, avoiding balances, dealing with creditor calls, or stressed daily? Or are you spotting areas of control to build on? The good news is that out-of-control debt isn't a life sentence. You can take charge today and pave the way to financial freedom. Your future isn't set in stone, and the actions you take now, whether it's checking a balance, calculating your DTI, or calling a creditor, can transform your relationship with money. Managing debt isn't just about numbers, it's about reclaiming peace, confidence, and opportunity. If you've recognized signs of trouble, don't despair. Start now. Pay a little extra on one debt, face one balance, or seek a counselor's advice. If you're already managing well, celebrate that. You're on the right track. These small steps will create unstoppable momentum, because how you handle your debt today shapes the security and freedom you'll enjoy tomorrow. Thank you for sticking with me through this journey. If you found this inspiring, please leave a comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more content to fuel your financial journey. Here's to taming your debt and building a brighter future.